What's up, everybody? Christian here. We're going to be doing workouts with equipment today. And you might be thinking, I don't have equipment. Maybe you don't really have something that you could use for exercise. Why don't you think outside the box here? Because we're going with what everybody's got, some type of bag or backpack. All right, so we're going to load it up. This is going to be our equipment today. Got some heavy books here. Whatever you could find lying in around the home. Got the foam roller stick. I'm going to put in there too. A massage roller, add a little weight to it. Bing, bang, boom. That's our weight for today. Here's this week's workout of the week. Okay, so we have our workout bag here. Whatever you got, we're going to go ahead and put it on. Let's get used to moving that weight around. So hopefully you had a chance to find something that you could fill it with. It could be a laptop, shoes, extra clothes, heavy clothes, jackets, books. Books work really good. Whatever you can find. Let's get used to carrying it. We're going to have it on. Let's go through a warm-up first, and then we're going to go in. After this, we're going to dive right into our workout. We're doing supersets, paired exercise here. So a lot of repetition. I'm going to keep it simple with 6 moves, and we're going to work up a sweat. I'll start a little timer here. Let's start with the warm-up. Let's just get used to being with the weight here. So I want you to take a lunge forward, opposite hand towards the ground, reach. Bring it back up. Lunge forward, opposite hand down, and reach. Get a feel for that weight shifting around here. We gotta get used to it. We gotta get our nervous system ready and used to that. We're gonna be wearing it this whole workout. Let's do one more each side. Lunge and reach. Keep your chest close to your knee as you reach. Bring it on back up. We're going to do a deep squat here. Hold on to your backpack. Still carrying it. Down there, just opening up those hips there. Get a little flexion in the ankles. Firing up those glutes. Alternating hip rotations here. Get those hip flexors working. So you're lifting straight up and swinging out. Lifting straight up, swinging out. Alternate positions, we're going to bring them in now. Swinging up and in, out and in, out and in. We're just alternating. All right, we're going to go back down to the ground here. Work on some coordination. Hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Going bird dog. Full extension. Try to time at the same time. Leg extends as the opposite arm extends. Okay, last move here. We're on to a standing position. We're going jumping jacks. Get that heart rate up. Get used to that balance. Tighten up your backpack. All right, let's dive into it. So we're going shrimp squat, lateral lunge jump. You don't know what that is? Follow my lead. Here we go. Bring one foot up, hand behind the head. Keep your balance here. Drop down as low as you can towards the ground. As low as you can. Keeping that balance. Imagine that knee's going over, lining up over your foot in the front there. Heel staying in the ground. You want that maximum contact with that foot on the ground to help keep your balance. Hang in there, you got it. We're sticking with that same foot. All right, we're gonna switch gears here. Stick with the legs. We're doing a lateral lunge jump. I'm gonna face you, feet wide stance apart. Follow my lead here. Keep the chest up as we drop down to that lunge. Here we go, lower it down. Now toe off. Leave the ground slightly. That foot leaves the ground at full extension. Try to toe off through those toes. Toe off through those toes, of course. Of course we're toeing off through the toes. Can't toe off with your heel. Stick with that side. So essentially you got like this little teetering going on here. As you drop down to the ground, press up, and almost return to a standing position. So we're maximally loading just one side. Don't you worry, we'll switch on the next round. So what we're doing here, these two moves, we're gonna do 2 more sets of that. Pace yourself. That's our cue. We're gonna take a little break there. We're gonna start right back up at the top. So try to remember which leg you used for our single side movements here. We did that shrimp squat. We did the lateral lunge jump. So we're gonna switch this round. And then the third round, we're gonna switch sides halfway through the round. 45 seconds of movement, 15-second transition in between, 45-second break at the end of the set. All right, so grab your water if you need it. Otherwise, we're gonna go right back into it and we're gonna switch legs. If I remember, I have my right foot down. So I'm gonna switch here. Or no, I have my left foot down. I'm gonna switch here. So now I got the more stronger side here for me on the ground here to start. 10 seconds, folks. Let's do it. Bring that other foot up, hand behind the head here. And in 3, 2, 1. Drop it down as low as you can. Pop back up. Already losing my balance. Imagine that knee going over the toe there, lining it up in the front there. And if you're finding it difficult to keep the balance here, you can lean against something if you need to. Maybe a chair, a wall, something you could hold on to. One thing I love about using a backpack or some type of weighted bag is that you choose the weight. You could choose that intensity. Maybe if you were getting a little confident there, and you got extra weight in there, you could always take it out between sets if it becomes too much. Ooh. There we go. Back to a lateral lunge jump. Feet are wide apart like this. I'm gonna load this side now. All right, keep the chest up as you drop those hips down behind your heels into your lunge. Here we go. Lower it down and toe off. Lower down, toe off. In terms of how high you toe off, everybody's different. So as long as that foot leaves the ground a little bit, get some air time on there, you're doing it right. You're still getting that effective motion of the load of the quad and then the spring and toeing off of the calf by using those toes. Stick to the side. I know it's tough to stick on one side here. We're gonna hang in there. Five seconds. Hang in there. Ooh, last one here. Toe it off. Good. Shake that out. 2 sets down. Which means we got to do it one more time. We're going to switch halfway through each of these moves. So the shrimp squat, just pick a side. Doesn't matter which side you pick with the start because we're going to hit the other side anyways at about 22, 23 second mark. Same thing with the lateral lunge jump. So don't worry about which side you start with on this one. Grab some water if you need it. I promise it will not be all legs today. We'll do some other stuff. I'm gonna go upper body next and finish with some core upper body at the end today. So get position. Get used to your balance. I'd recommend getting a head start here when we got 10 seconds left just to find your center of gravity on top of that foot. Lean against something if you need to, wall, chair, whatever you got, garage door, hand behind the head. Here we go, shrimp squat. I will tell you when to switch. So although our depth of our squat may not be the same on one foot, I want you to still keep the principles, the mechanics of the squat the same. Keeping your back straight as you tilt the pelvis back and drop towards the ground. Switch, keeping that chest up as well. Hopefully by now you've gotten used to the bag on your back. The next round, we're going to be moving with it. We're going to be taking it off the back and working around it. All right, wide stance here. Lateral lunge jumps. Start with whichever side you want. We're going to switch halfway through. Here we go. And toe off. And toe off. I'm gonna go show you side view here. You see that lunge position. See that chest stays up, that back hips still tilt a little bit so that my back stays neutral. That's what we want. Switch halfway through. Here we go. Other side now. Let's try to feed that ad up a little bit, huh? And if you don't, do what you gotta do with that backpack. Good, that's our cue. We're done there with legs for now. Moving on. Now we're gonna take the bag off because we're gonna be doing some holding stuff with it. So this is your upper body time. Maybe if you wanna add something else in there, give it a little extra weight. I know I wasn't sure how the laptop would hold up on a leg exercise, especially anything involving jumping, but doing upper body now. Hopefully I don't drop it. So we're doing a rainbow chop first. Rainbow chop and halos. Some weird ones today. Weird names. Find a grip on your bag that you can hold on to, whether it's the handles, the bag itself. We're going to be doing an overhead chop. Overhead chop. And following it up with halos. Rotation around the head. You're orbiting the head with your back, with your backpack. Dropping the elbows. That's our cue. Here we go. Don't move the feet. Slam it. Bend the knees as you slam it. So I'm creating that rainbow, that arc. Let go of that bag now. We're simply just reaching here. I'm going to show you side view. See what my back is doing. Checking in with that. So even as I rotate, I'm still sending my hips back behind my heels. Flexing the knees. Whew, arms are getting tired. Alternating each slam here. And back to the middle. All right, if your shoulders aren't already tired, they're about to be. You got halos, so you're orbiting with the backpack around your head, alternating elbow heights. You're dropping one elbow, lifting the other. Here we go, looks like this. And don't worry about switching directions. We can do that on the next side, right? So see how my elbows are bent here, remaining in the same position. My bag's just hovering around me. Get a clinking of some change in there. 20 seconds left. Hang in there. If you want a little extra challenge, bring it down to the knee. It's taking away partially our center of gravity here, what helps with our balance. So it increases the core challenge. Woo-wee. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. That is one set. So now, reevaluate whether you want to take some weight out, add some more in for those two moves. And then just one thing just keep in mind for the rainbow chop is you're coming up, you are reaching up over the top. As you lower down, think of it like playing a carnival game, whacking a mole. Or that, that game where you have to ring the bell at the top, you got the hammer and you got to hit it that way. You can think of it that way too, because that's the motion that we're doing, following through. So we make sure we use our big muscle groups here, the legs. So flex those knees to absorb that impact as you're down here. Okay? You all ready? Hopefully you had a chance to adjust your weight. Grab some water again if you need it. And we're gonna go round 2. Whew, still feeling those shoulders. All right, Clinky bag, here we go. Rainbow chop. Slamming it down, over the top, back up. Your pace is up to you. So you don't have to go at my pace here. If you want to go a little faster, a little slower. Hopefully you find a good grip on that bag. Hang in there. 5 seconds left. Oh my goodness, take a break here. All right, we're doing halos next. Shake that out a little bit. Clear out the lactic acid in those shoulder muscles. Okay, adjust your position accordingly. Let's go alternate directions here. Whatever you did last time, if you can remember, goes clockwise, counterclockwise. Turn it to the other direction. Hearing all that jingle, jangle in the bag here. Remember, these are not easy. They do add up. So if you need to take a break at some point in the round, you might have to reevaluate the weights in your bag. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. 2 sets down. Set it on down. Take a break. Shake it out. Shake it out because that adds up quick. We're hitting those shoulders over and over again. All right, on this last and final round here, adjust your weight accordingly if you need to. Rainbow chop and halos again. No adjustments here. We're just halfway through the halo. We're going to switch directions. Okay. Rainbow chopper is going to keep alternating sides. Throwing your hands up in the air. Waving like you just don't care. You know, the whole shebang. I'm going to take some jingle out of here. All right, let's start back up with the rainbow chop. Get ready here, folks. Over the top to start. Slam it down. You see my elbows are bent here. I don't really want them to be extended because then I don't have the support to slow down my momentum, okay? That's what loads the shoulders even a little bit more here. Because if you do keep your elbows extended, see the follow through, when we're hitting your shin every time with the outside of your leg. So elbows slightly bent, knees bend, the lower you go towards the ground. And at some point, at the side, this position right here, you will feel a little extra load on one leg more than the other, particularly the glutes, and that's normal. There it is right there. Okay, last time we're doing those halos, I know. Shoulders are burning, you gotta shake it out. We got one more. Okay. So find that comfortable grip on there. And we're gonna orbit. Coming around. It's a little bit better, less jingle in there on the back. I'll let you know when we switch directions. 3, 2, 1. Switch directions. Orbiting the other way. Clockwise or counterclockwise. Hopefully you're realizing how creative you can be with a backpack. There it is, that's our cue. Whew. Take a break here, shake it out. And before we start the next round, we're gonna put that backpack back on our back, right where it belongs. But here, for now, shake it out. Doing great. We did the legs to start. Move on to the upper body, particularly your shoulder complex. Back a little bit in the glutes there as well. We're gonna shift gears here. We're doing a push-up. Yes, push-up with some weight. So it's gonna be a weighted push-up in there. We'll have some modifications for it or variations of that. And then we're gonna do a little ab exercise at the end that I think everybody's gonna enjoy here. Just take some coordination challenge. So that's why we practice the bird dogs in the beginning, alluding to our workout here, our last exercise. Let's go ahead and put that backpack back on. Tie it up tight, make sure it's secure here. All right, coming down to a push-up. Plank position. You can bring the knees down if you want to and cross the feet for a knee push-up. Otherwise, we're going full push-up. If you want a little extra intensity here, bring one foot off the ground. Woo. Keep that core stable. Tripod makes a difference, huh? Versus regular push-up. I recommend keeping your fingers spread apart. Getting a little extra space in those fingers. Tapping into our fascial system here. This means you got more on your side to help you. 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. All right, take the bag off. And we'll flip to our back here. Feet up, hands up. We're holding our bag. This is going to be tricky. Send opposite foot and hand to an extension. Back up and alternate. Yes, see that? Holding that bag above you. So make sure you get a tight grip on there or a comfortable position to hold it, especially if you have something valuable in there like a laptop, like I do. Just keep alternating. Starting to feel that burn in the core? I know you are. Try to keep the hands and feet off the ground. Your lowest extension there. Whew. Break time. That's our first set here. So you know what your modifications are. Push-up, a little bit more intensity, bring that foot off the ground, and so you have 1 foot during a push-up. 1 foot push-up. Everybody's always glorifying the 1 arm push-up. But the 1 foot, no joke. Otherwise, you can do your push-up from the knee or just do a regular push-up, up to you. And as I mentioned, I just recommend keeping those hands a little spread apart there. And then that last one we did is called reverse bird dog. Basically holding that bag above your head, coming out to a full extension. When you come out to a full extension, try to keep the hand and the foot hovering just above the ground, okay? The lower you go, the more in jeopardy you might lose your lower back contact with the ground. So don't go too low if you feel like your lower back's starting to pull off the ground because that'll create strain there. All right, let's put the bag back on. Let's go to work. Push up. Remember the other modification, foot up, and continue your push-ups here. Creates a little bit more stability and core challenge for you. Or knees down across the legs, that style push-up. You find what works for you for these 45 seconds. I don't expect you to go the whole time, each round. Take a break when you need it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh man. Take the bag off. Laying on our back once again. All right, here we go. Holding that bag above your head here. Full extension, opposite hand and foot, opposite leg and arm, however you want to look at it. Make sure you got a good grip on that bag before you release 1 foot and 1 hand. Ideally, you want to keep as much of an elbow extension and knee extension as possible, but some limitations will be range of motion, especially in our hamstrings for that knee extension. Are you feeling it yet? Whew. Hang in there. That hang in there's for myself too. Oh my goodness. That one felt like it took longer. End of round 2 here. We have 1 more left. So a lot of people may not enjoy push-ups. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And I just really enjoy them because it is more than just a chest exercise. When executed right, it involves a lot of moving parts of your body. What they call a closed kinetic chain exercise that taps into using your entire body to work together to create one movement. And the weight of your body There's a great intensity for that. But of course, modifications as needed. If you need the knee push-up, that's totally fine. Still a challenge, and an effective challenge. Here we go. Ready for the last round? Let's do it. Back to our plank position. Oh my gosh, one more time. Here we go. Otherwise, bring the knees down. And I'll admit to you, I gotta take a break too. It's tough. It's starting to add up. Whatever you can do. But I'm gonna try. Foot off the game. 3, 2, 1. Oh, great job, great job. We're not done yet. Don't take a break here. Take the bag off. I know you're feeling it in your, probably in your chest and your shoulders. Let's feel it in our abs first before we quit. Here we go. Bag up. Reach out, extension, back in. It's not easy, but hang in there. I know you can do it. That pep talk is as much for you as it is for me also to hang in there. You got it. Almost there. Perfect timing. Right when I look up, see that 1 second on the board? Whew. Great job, everybody. Great job today. Grab some water if you need it. That is the end of your total body with the backpack. Let's go ahead and stretch it out. Set your backpack to the side. We're gonna go straight down to a cobra yoga pose here. For those of you not familiar, flatten your stomach here. Hands out to your side. Keeping your hips on the ground. Deep inhale. Exhale, press up. Inhale. Exhale. Feel that nice pull and tug through your abs, especially if you did those reverse bird dogs. One more time. Shift the hips back so that they're near your feet. Press your hands to the floor here. Focus on a deep breath here. Go ahead and shift to a quadruped or tabletop. Pick those hands up off the ground. Put 1 foot forward here. We're in a half kneel. Hands on your hips. Press through the hips. A nice pull and stretch through the hip flexor. Hip flexor group located right above your quadriceps muscle group in the front of your thigh. You feel that tug around the waist just below it. That's what you're feeling there. Shift it back. Bring this leg to a full extension here, or near full extension. I'm going to take the same side hand, shift towards the ground as I reach across my opposite hand. Land wherever you can reach on that opposite leg. Feel a nice pull through the hamstring, back of your leg, the hamstring group. Shift it back up. Other side, same thing. Switch your half kneel position. Hands on the hips, press forward. Go ahead and extend that foot forward here. Shift across and reach across wherever you can, planting the other hand into the ground for balance. Maybe you could reach your foot, ankle, shin, outside of the knee, wherever you can reach. Send it back up to kneel position, stand it up. We are all done for today. Great job, everybody. Hope you had some inspiration here to know how to use a backpack, or when you don't have equipment, being able to use that as an option for your workout. Thanks for joining me today. See you next time.
If you enjoyed the content of this video, go ahead and tap that link at the bottom. Subscribe to our channel, KQ Fitness. You can also reach out to me directly. Find my contact info on our About page for questions and information about one-on-one training with myself. Appreciate you all.